Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. You got Bruce Woodburn CrossCountry Mortgage. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful weekend. I really appreciate it so much. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to cover a lot of things today. We're going to cover what you need to do to position yourself to be able to purchase a home in the market. We want to cover what sellers are doing right now to attract more people. We're going to discuss the inventory and what that did to change the trajectory of the market. I also want to talk about interest rates today. Listen, if you don't need to buy or sell a home right now, or you don't need to refinance, you might not think this show is about you, but it is, because we're going to cover a lot of things that happen in the market so that you will be informed as to what's happening in the housing market. When you're sitting around the dinner table or you're talking to your friends, you're going to be way, way more informed about what is going on, of the important features that you need to know about in the market. My name's Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. They call me the Lone Ranger. I've been in the mortgage business for 35 years. I've closed tens of thousands of transactions. I am listed as one of the top producers in the country. Matter of fact, I'm heading to Mexico for a little event for an award that I won for top producer. And I'm not telling you that to brag. It's really not that big of a deal. The important thing is to know that other people are experiencing the Lone Ranger level of service, the Lone Ranger's interest rate, the Lone Ranger's closing costs. We do so much more for our clients than the average mortgage company. It's literally night and day. The return phone call policies, the information that you get, the talking to clients and not using acronyms that you don't understand and acting like you should understand them. What do you get? What's the difference when you choose me? You get a lender that's got the experience. You got the largest retail lender in the country, so your buying power is way over and above what the average lender or bank's going to be. And you get a personalized white glove concierge service. My entire team commits to getting your loan done smoothly and efficiently. So one of the things that we do differently, first of all, our pre-approvals are rock solid. So when you go under contract with us or you contact me for a mortgage, if I tell you we're going to go to closing, we're going to closing. I have a 97.5% on-time closing ratio. That means that most of the transactions that I work with or work on are going to close, and they're going to close on time. Do you know that 67% of people that are buying a home and using a real estate agent either don't close on time or don't close at all? Well, that's a horrible statistic. Why is that? It's because people aren't properly pre-approved in advance. The lenders or the banks tell you you're qualified and then find out later that you're not. I have a client recently that I picked up over the weekend. This gentleman went to another mortgage company, didn't call me. His realtor recommended he did. He went to Rocket Mortgage and he got a competitive interest rate. The interest rates were about the same as what I would be quoting anyway. So he got a competitive interest rate. But here's what happened. He went into contract. They ordered the appraisal. The appraisal came in $100,000 low. Now, you might think that's good, but he doesn't have the money to make up the difference. So what do? The appraiser wouldn't make the changes. Rocket Mortgage wouldn't make the changes in it because the appraiser is the one that makes the notes on the appraisal. Well, to me, I think that there could have been other things that were done. There could have been better results. So the client, I was told, yeah, they're going to fix it. They're going to fix it. Well, guess what happened on the weekend? I got a phone call. I got the client pre-approved, and we're going to get an appraisal that's going to actually work for them. Why? Because I have my own appraisal panel. Mortgage lenders and banks can't pick individual appraisers, and we're not even allowed to talk to them for fear that we would be influencing value. Well, they made it illegal for lenders to talk to appraisers directly. But I created a panel of appraisers, which is different than the big banks do or the big mortgage companies that are national do. They have national appraisal panels, and what they do is they attract low-hanging fruit appraisers. So they pay the appraiser less money. than a normal appraiser would get. And how do you get that? You get inferior product. Well, I handpicked my appraisal panel. Everyone on my appraisal panel here is local. They know the area. I've worked with them, most of these guys for 15 years, a couple of them for 30 years. I've worked with these appraisers. So I know they know what they're doing. So to eliminate those kind of issues, that's the kind of thing you got to do. You come to the loan arranger. I take care of all that for you. We have less problems. 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or Tampa Bay, my Tampa Bay friends, 813-213-4009 or webringyouhome.com. So listen, if you don't want issues with your transaction, call somebody that knows what they're doing, because you don't think it's a big deal until you run into a problem. You think your loan officer's taking care of it till there's a problem, and then they ghost you. So you've got to pick the right people. You're not picking the right real estate agents. And if you don't pick me, you're not picking the right lender. And I'm telling you that. Put me to the test. Shop me around. Call your bank, call your credit union, go to Rocket Mortgage if you want to. I'll show you their rates on a Zoom call. I'll show you my competition's rates on a Zoom call, and then you can choose whether you want to do business with me or not. You know, people also, I don't think, pick the right real estate agent. I really don't. I think you're picking either your boss's wife, somebody that you know that sells real estate, or you're going directly to the listing agent because you went to an open house and the agent that was sitting there was very nice. So you chose them. Big, big mistake. You are now working with the agent that's representing the seller. Now, they'll tell you it's a transaction. They're a transaction broker. But in reality, they were hired by the seller. Now you're going right to the seller and negotiating with them. That's not the way you negotiate. You need an intermediary, and that's what the real estate agents do. So you want a good realtor? Here's what you do. Call the loan arranger. I created a program called the Loan Arranger Real Estate Rebate Program. Now listen, it does what it says it's going to do. I handpicked real estate agents all over the state of Florida, all over the state that I've worked with. I know how they return phone calls. I know how they negotiate. I know how they write contracts. I know how they coordinate the inspections to make sure everything's going smoothly. They get the job done and they do it well. Most importantly, I only refer agents that I think are good negotiators. So they're going to fight for my clients. Now, when you come to me for a real estate agent, whether you're looking to buy a home or you're looking to sell a home, I'll connect you with a great real estate agent in the area so that real estate agent's very familiar with your area. They, in turn, will rebate back to you 25% of their commission. Up to 25%, up to $10,000. Come on. You get a great real estate agent. You know things are going to go smooth. I'm not going to refer you to somebody that's going to drop the ball. And you get money back in your pocket. That's the Loan Arranger Real Estate Rebate Program. Call or text Tampa Bay 813-213-4009. That's 813-213-4009 or webringyouhome.com. I'll connect you with a great real estate agent. Now, one other thing that's happened in the market. Listen to this. From December to January, the Central Florida market just got dumped on by 1,116 additional homes came on the market. Now think about that. That means that the sellers that were sitting on the fence that didn't want to get out of their home because they're sitting on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage at 3% interest rate, they finally realized that now is the time to get in the market. So they put their home on the market for sale. But that increased the amount of inventory. So we switched from a seller's market or a balanced market to a buyer's market. So listen, sellers are going to have to get right on this. They got to realize they just got a ton more competition. So they're going to have to maybe pay closing costs, offer buy downs, make repairs, fix the roof, whatever it takes. If you're a seller and you want pointers on how to attract buyers, I'll give you one. Call me first. I'll connect you with a great real estate agent. Call me first. I'll tell you how to structure your transaction. Now, I'm not a real estate agent, so I'm not going to tell you how to list it. I'm going to tell you how to market it. That's what I'm going to do. And you're going to attract more people and get more for your money. Now, if you're a buyer, you want to get your loan fully approved with me, not pre-qualified, not pre-approved, fully approved. Why? Because when you're fully approved, then I give you a guarantee that I'll close your loan on time. And I can close it in as little as 10 days. 10 days. Most sellers don't want to close in 10 days. But here's what that does. When you say to a seller, I can close in 10 days, it gets their attention. When you say to a seller, I'm fully approved for my loan, I'm not pre-approved. Now, I literally call the listing agent that represents the seller, and I guarantee that listing agent, if I don't close on time, I will pay their seller up to $500 per day for every day that I miss the closing. $500 a day for every day I miss the closing. Now, first of all, do you think I'm going to miss the closing? No. Am I going to make that offer with somebody that's wishy-washy as a buyer? No. This is a fully approved loan. All I need is the contract on the house, the appraisal, and the title work. That's it. Once I got that, I close. That's why I can close fast, because your loan's already been underwritten by an underwriter, not just pre-approved by the loan officer that didn't look closely at your documents. That's why 60% of the deals fall apart. Mine aren't going to happen that way. You want to position yourself so you look like a cash buyer, so you can negotiate a better deal, then you get your loan approved for me. I'm the only one that does the fast track loan approval with a guarantee. Rocket Mortgage ain't going to guarantee to close on time. Your bank ain't going to pay the seller if they don't close on time. I'm telling you, you get a guarantee. Call me now at 813-213-4009, 813-213-4009, or go to WeBringYouHome.com and get your application made right now. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313.